Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing super well and staying safe in these tough times. It's just been 2 days when the Indian economy has released the GDP information of the financial year 2020-2021. And the result is, of course, no good because we have seen that the economy is contracting and the GDP has fallen down to 7.3%. So, in today's video, let's try to focus on some of the key facts and takeaways that we need to know in order to understand this number. The very first question that comes to our mind that who releases this data and which authority is responsible for calculating all these aspects. So it is nothing but it is the National Statistical Office. They releases the National Income Report for the financial year 2020-2021, and it is under the Ministry of Statistics and Planning Implementation. So they have released this report on 31st of May, and the data that they have released comes with 2 month of delay. So whatever has happened till March, because the financial year of started from 1st April 2020 till 31st March 2021. So all that data came and consolidated by 31st May. Now, why it is such a big deal? Because the GDP contracted by 7.3%. Why it is very important for us to understand that this number is absolutely very important, because over the past years what we have seen that GDP is absolutely contracting. Because if we see the growth, let's say let's get back to 1 year, the financial year 2019 and 2020, although the GDP was growing, but the rate of growth was contracting. Because if we see quarter 2 of last year, it was 4.4%, and then 4.1, and then 3.1. So it is always decreasing from last 2 to 3 years. And then in quarter one of financial year 2020-2021, which is basically from April 20 to June 20, we have seen a very big drop in the GDP. And of course, it was expected because there was a nationwide lockdown because of the COVID. So a lot of sectors were impacted, not only the services or the hotel one, but the tourism, the travels, and everything was impacted. And that is why we have seen this high drop in the GDP in quarter one 2020. Things started getting better when the unlock started, and this big leap was getting shortened. So from July 2020 to October, we've been able to cover this. From July to September, and then from October to December, there's a positive hope because we got into the positive GDP growth, which is 0.4%. And finally, the last quarter of financial year 2020-2021, we've been able to get into the positive 1.6%. So now overall, if we just see for the financial year 2020-2021, we say that India's GDP contracted by 7.3%. Now, as I said, we all know falls down by 7.3%. And why it is important for us to know this? Because there are some of the key facts that we need to understand. The first we have already spoken about. This number was released by National Statistical Office on 31st May. This data is based on 2 months delay. It is for the very first time after the independence when the country has encountered this biggest hit. This is for the very first time when the country has seen the drop in GDP versus the previous year. It was back in 1979, 1980 when the oil prices fallen down, and that was the time when the country has seen 5.2% drop in the GDP. So it is almost after 30 years we have seen this fall again. So it is not one of the, it is absolutely the first time after the independence when the country has seen this biggest hit in the GDP. And of course, it has impacted because of the nationwide lockdowns that led because of the pandemic. The fourth point, we know that GDP for quarter four specifically has grown by 1.6%, whereas the GVA is at 3.7%. Now, what is the difference between the gross domestic product, which is GDP, and GVA? So GVA is nothing but it is your gross value added. And gross value added is not a typical concept altogether. It is just that your any good that you buy, if you buy it from the market, there are subsidies included, there are discounts included. All right. So at this particular, when we talk about the pricing and when we talk about the sales at this perspective, this is called as the GDP. But when we note the good price without subsidies and discounts, it is called as the GVA. So your GVA has increased by 3.7% in quarter 4 2020-2021. The fifth point is about the nominal GDP. So the nominal GDP in quarter 4 has increased by 8.7%. And a lot of you might not know what nominal GDP means. So nominal GDP is nothing but it's the calculation of the national income or the sales or the demand or the overall sales at the prices of that particular financial years. Okay, but when we talk about GDP, we calculate the goods prices, the sales, and all these factors at the base prices, which is basically the prices of 2010 and 2011. So when we say the 7.3%, it is absolutely based on this base price of 2010-11. But if you talk about the nominal GDP, which is calculated the prices of this particular year, we say it is grown by 8.7%. Now, India's GDP has fallen down by 7.3%. It came to around 135 trillion. Is it a good thing or not? Is it a sign of a good thing, or it is a very bad thing, or it is something that is very neutral? Well, it's a good economic improvement considering the kind of lockdown we were in, the kind of pandemic we were in, how this entire pandemic has hit the entire economy. We have seen that at least from quarter 3 we have been in the positive sign, and this is of course very majorly driven by the manufacturing and the construction sector, especially in quarter 4, wherein we have seen the growth of 1.6%. The manufacturing and construction sector have been grown by 6.9 and 14.5% respectively. So overall, if we want to rely on the messaging, then yes, this is the positive sign of growth, because we have seen from quarter 3 and quarter 4 there's a at least increment in the GDP. So this is what we have to keep in our mind. With this, I'll be ending this video. Thank you so much for watching this. Please do subscribe to our channel. Like and share the videos with your friends and aspirants. Do use the comment section to ask your doubts. And I'll be posting more videos on such topics related to finance, economics, and accounting in the near future. Thank you so much.